Good morning, everyone. I'm starting to notice that a few people in our community are starting to question whether or not the silver market is manipulated, that whether or not the market in general is manipulated by throwing stuff out that puts doubt in silver investors' minds. And the reason why this is happening, I don't know, but I can probably guess at saying that people like to believe in positive things. Sure, like for example, let's pretend if you knew the Matrix was real, you wouldn't really want to know that machines are holding you hostage and using you as a battery. And if you did find out, you'd want to pretend that it's not really happening, right? So, because it just doesn't make you feel good to know the truth, right? So you want to find ways of putting doubt in your head so that you would believe that false reality, that our markets are not manipulated, our markets are fair and honest markets. But let me give you an example of how we can easily determine that our markets are bad. Let me start off with if I were to tell you that, hey, I've got a great idea for making money. If you just give me some money, and it's a proprietary idea, can't tell you what it is. I'll be paying you 13% per annum, guaranteed, no problem, and you'll always have access to your principal. But I can't tell you what the investments are, because I don't want anybody else to jump in. What does that mean? What does that mean on the surface, based on just that information alone? Clearly, I'm running a Ponzi scam. Right? That's only a small window, right? And but you could see, based on just the price alone, what I'm offering on the price alone, that I am running a scam, that I'm doing something wrong. So if we expand it out, if I were to get my friends, to close friends, to see what I am doing, I say, okay, you know what? I'll show my friends what I'm doing, right? And I come up with a legit sounding investment advice, but I'm going to tell them not to say anything. My friends, because they're my friends, they're not going to investigate hard what I am telling them, because they want to believe that I'm not running a scam. Because don't you want to really believe that somebody's honest and fair with you? I mean, it feels good that people are dealing fair and honest with you. You like that. You want that to happen in your life, right? So you want to project that onto other people as well. So it's easy for my friends to agree that, hey, you know what, he's not running a Ponzi scam, and they will back me up. But again, that's not enough for some people. So again, I can then maybe make it get the government involved and have my investment idea certified, grease a few palms behind the scenes. You don't know that's happening, right? Could be happening, could not be happening, but. And then the government could tell you that, no, it's not a Ponzi scam, right? It's not a Ponzi scam. But we all know, right? Just look at, even though the government's now telling you that it's not a Ponzi scam, if you just look at the basic idea that, hey, I'm going to give you 13% a year guaranteed, and you'll have access to the principal, it's wrong. There's something wrong there. So now moving that on to the market, right? Just looking at the window of silver prices, right? As we look at the charts, just the prices, just the price, you see huge dips down, right? And steps up. What does that say to you, right? It says that the market's manipulated downwards. The same would apply if you were to see any other market just have slowly stepwards down, but have huge days up. Something's wrong there, right? You can't have these massive 30, 40% moves constantly, right? It's just not logical. So you could see just by that window, without having to look at the data, right? Without having to look at additional data, just on the price alone, that something's wrong. And then, but then you could always put doubt in people's minds. You can say that, hey, well, dealers are shorting silver because, when they take in inventory, right, they might take in 40% of the world's supply of inventory all at the same time. and short the market, causing the market to go down. Or maybe miners, they all discovered at once, that they have a huge amount of extra silver in the ground. And they want to hedge that. Oh boy. But the reality is, right, the charge is crystal clear. And let me read something from Ted Buttler here, right? In the news this week were interviews and debates about allegations of customer mistreatment made by former employee of Goldman Sachs in his new book. I've mixed feelings about the issue, suspecting that such bad client behavior does exist throughout Wall Street, but sensing that there was not enough specificity in the current allegations to conclude probable wrongdoing. So, based on the information he's read, he doesn't think Goldman Sachs did something wrong. Yeah, okay. We all know they did, but that's not the point. All right. Continuing on, right? Without drilling down to the specifics, the allegations will likely fade away. I can't help but to contrast that to the current circumstances in silver, where the allegations of manipulation are specific and precise. JPMorgan has and is artificially depressing the price by virtue of a verifiable concentrated market share. So what does that mean, concentrated market share? That means that you have a large percentage of either the buy orders, so if I buy up 50% of the market, that's of silver, obviously I've got a huge concentration. If I sell 50% of the silver, that's also a huge concentration of the market. And it's verifiable that JPMorgan has these positions. Thus, anyone who tries to put doubt in your head really wants to believe a lie. And everybody wants to believe in fairy tales because it makes you feel better inside. I understand that. But I like to live in the truth. And silver's manipulated downwards. And actually our whole market's manipulated, but silver's manipulated a lot more than every other market. So that's why we buy silver. Eventually, that manipulation has to come to an end. The real market forces, are a lot more powerful than the manipulators. And eventually, the market will overrule them.
And cut.
Here you go.
You're joking, right? What's this?
Your payment.
I don't think so. This is what I'm looking for.